We spent the entire day today traveling around the Fort Myers area from the mainland. Now here we're ending at sunset on Matlacha. We've heard stories of hope, survival, loss, people helping people, good Samaritans. But it's horrific out here when you see it firsthand. Steve Powers, the boat captain that brought us in, his home is destroyed right in front of me. This is his boat on its side, and he told me that he used a canoe to prop up underneath here to slide a body out. It is absolutely horrific, and these folks need more help than we could ever imagine. When were they pulling out 2 more dead people?
Today, just a little while ago. It took 4 hours to get them out.
Where were they?
Right up here. We're about to roll through it.
Every supply run, boat captain Steve Powers keeps his eyes peeled on the water for debris and, sadly, for bodies.
There was a lady dead next door, too.
This is the new reality as the death toll continues to rise to more than 100, half recovered in Lee County.
Are you holding up okay? I mean, seeing all this, I hate to use the term apocalyptic, but it is really, Steve, kind of what you're going through.
This morning I got the call that my kid's horse that she's had for 5 years is not getting up. And I had a little breakdown then, when my kid's horse dies over this. It's gonna be awful.
Civilian supply runs by people like Powers are never ending.
The one trip I took out, 20-some migrants on this boat.
On his last trip of the day, he loaded at one dock, then stopped at another.
Hey, grab onto that generator. Hold the generator.
Weighed down, he dodged sunken boats and fast currents.
Far enough around this barge, I don't want to hit nothing with this loaded up. I'm scared.
What is the reality of what you're seeing on the ground in Pine Island with what you're dealing with?
Not what I would expect to happen. There's still no ice out there. You think that the government would be dropping off all this ice and fuel or something.
Sobre qué está pasando aquí? What do you want people to know over there watching TV about what you're going through?
Luis Garcia Hernandez lives on Pine Island and tells me relief efforts are slow. He needs ice and fuel.
Nos dieron así de gasolina como 3 litros nada más, 2-3 litros.
So you wait in line for 2 to 3 hours just to get a little thing of gasoline?
I am a general contractor.
More help from volunteers. Brandon Jackson drove this airboat in from Atlanta.
It's people coming to help people who don't know people. It's all about being, doesn't color what color skin you are or who you're at. It's coming down to help people that can't be helped, can't help themselves right now.
After unloading everything at Pine Island, firefighters caught a ride out.
The state response has been unbelievable. Firefighters coming in from all over. These guys are all from the Panhandle. We got Pace, Fort Walton Beach, and then we'll take you to the front of the boat. These guys have been working all day on Pine Island, Okaloosa Island Fire Rescue.
Once the first responders returned to the mainland for the night, Powers returned to his home on Matlacha.
Oh, there goes my phone.
He never found it, and while he ate dinner, Powers told us to look around. Seeing the damage firsthand, not online or through a TV screen, puts it all in a different perspective.
People that are still here doing relief efforts have to come home to this mess. It's pretty sad what we've seen today. Been all over the Fort Myers area, just trying to see what's going on, and it's tough. It's tough to cover this.
People on the island look exhausted and, quite honestly, shell-shocked, but Powers tells me this is still their home.
But where are they going to put them when they leave the bridge here if they don't have whoever's? Once they get there, they're SOL. There's nobody. Nobody's going to put them in a hotel. There's nobody going to make sure they got a nice hot meal tonight now once they're off of here, When staying on here provides you with, protecting your assets and camaraderie of the people, as the people have come together.
Surrounded by destruction on all sides, the beauty of this place isn't a paradise lost, temporarily broken, where people like Powers and every other Good Samaritan are the fix.
I got another one too. You want that?
Thank you so much for your fuse. I really appreciate it.
We watched Powers give another man a fuse that he needed to keep his boat lights running, but he gave it away anyway. His final selfless act of the day.
Are we going to make it as a state? Is this community going to make it as a Florida treasure?
This community, you couldn't beat the people out of it now. How are you going to beat them out of it later,
In Lee County, with photographer Reed Moeller, Michael Paluska.